What's up, y'all? You are watching Urban Grind TV. It's your favorite Scorpio, Treasur Necole, and we got actually a new host in the building. And like I told y'all before, she has interviewed with us, and now she's here and she did the intro, y'all. Y'all show her some love. Nina Love. What's up, Nina?
Hey, Treasur. It's nice to be here with you guys tonight. You know, on Urban Grind TV, we got a nice special guest on the left side of me.
With all that pretty green on, bringing out his eyes. What's your name, sir? Tell him why you're here.
Go by the name of Verbal Abuse. I am here to showcase some music, talk a little bit about myself, stuff I got going on. Just trying to get that push to start getting the career going. Trying to put out good music, as much quality as I can. So
now, Stacks, you got a beat for Verbal Abuse? Because I like the way he talk, but I want to hear him rap.
Oh yeah. I definitely got it.
So we'll get to that, but in the meantime, Verbal Abuse, tell us, how did you get that name? Let's start there. Like, you have to be, like, raw with the words to name yourself that. So what gave you that confidence?
So I, didn't like putting, like, big or little in front of my name. So, I was really trying to, like, focus on the name. I wanted something catchy, something, good. So I was actually flipping through the TV. I was watching Judge Judy, and some girl was just talking about, like, oh, my boyfriend was, abusive, verbally abusive. And it just, like, it clicked. So then I'm like, all right, well, if I'm going to call myself that, I got to kind of own up to it with the bars and lyricism. And it took some time. I had to still find my voice, especially being so deep voice that I have to I have a little bit more difficult trying to do some different styles with it. But, just trying to build on my craft and always trying to improve and, never settling for just one particular hit and just run it to the ground. I want to create a lot of hits. So that's the goal.
Yeah, because I showed definitely when I heard that name Verbal Abuse, once you hear, you like, oh damn, I gotta listen to him.
Right, you got it.
You know what I mean? Like, so, like, even from a marketing standpoint, you picked one hell of a name.
Thank you.
Like, your name definitely demands, like, okay, you need to hear what I got to say.
Yeah.
Did you strategically, like, I know you gave each other, but there gotta be some strategicness behind that, man. Because,
well, yeah, because I'm a huge fan of lyricism. Just from my early years of NWA and a lot of West Coast music. And,
yes, sir.
I had a few buddies that introduced me to New York Town, but all of that just intertwining, and then obviously you got your DMXs, Eminem, Jay-Z, that 50 Cent, of course, one of my all-time favorites. So I just studied a lot, and I was like, man, what's the kind of music that I want people to notice me for? So I'm like, well, I gotta be clever. The songs gotta be catchy. So I just try to craft on that. I'll make something, play for people. They're vibing with it. All right, cool. Then I'll get a few of them that are like, I'm like, all right, cool. At least it's something. I can base it off of something. And
yeah, because the funny part, because I earlier you was talking about, as far as the mumble rap. You know what I mean?
Right,
you know what? To each their own, as I say. Because I used to be hella ignorant and be like, man, that ain't even music. It's just anybody could do that.
Yeah.
But as I started trying to listen to it and trying to understand it from their side of it, so I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe to each their own. Maybe it's a new wave.
But the funny part is, though, for what like back to it's always saying there's nothing new under the sun. What was, is, and will be.
Oh, yeah,
like it's like a 360. Everything comes back full circle.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking right now, when you look at the artists that's really starting to put their feet down now, it's very, very lyrical now.
Yes.
So I feel like right now, like you hit me hard at the right time because it's starting to be a resurgence in lyrical content, man.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I look for. I not just in myself and other artists that either on the scene or trying to come up. Like, what's different? What's obviously the sound that they want people to hear? And then when I hear it, I'm like, all right, they got my attention. I want to give that same vibe too. Like, I want to make music. I want you to hear it. Give me an honest opinion. And then, hopefully it'll be that you liked it, and, I can continue to do that kind of stuff. And, it's always going back to the drawing board, just always casually just improving as you go, because you can never just settle.
You can't.
Right.
Not in this business, and I know that for sure. You always have to get someone's attention. Because being realistic, the attention span of your average listener now is kind of like...
Yeah, and he's not lying.
Short.
He's not lying.
It's short. It's super
It's
short.
sad, but it's reality.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's kind of what you have to work with and work it to your advantage. I'm like, all right, put out 3 songs, and maybe one week put one, the next week put the other one, just to constantly get their attention, because they're going to be done with that song in a week.
Yeah.
Be lucky if it's good enough for them to want to listen to it for 2 weeks.
Man, next challenge.
Yeah.
And then if anybody was to look you up on YouTube or in their streaming platforms, what song is it that you made your single that they would see the most?
So I released a project a few months ago called Dark Vibes. Just because that whole it's a 6-track EP, so like that whole project in itself was constructed just me getting in my zone, doing my vices, of course, and just always just trying to catch a different vibe and trying to reciprocate that and make sure that people like, oh, I could feel what he was feeling when he wrote that or when he said that, like that's what I look for, I craft for that. And the one song I would want people like really to take notice, and I think it's more of a capture your ear type of song. It's called Devil's Hour.
Okay.
So that one just goes, I mean, you hear a little bit of my joking side,
Right.
but a lot more of the aggressive side, and then a little bit of the lyrical side. So it's like I try to give you a taste of everything.
And I know when I think about lyricists that are comical but aggressive, I think about Eminem, I think about Ludacris.
Man.
Yes.
I think about those guys. So I know you were saying earlier that Eminem is one of your influences.
little hip hop.
Oh, I love hip hop. Listen, I love hip hop. Yes, I love hip hop, and I sing R&B, right?
Yes.
So it kind of helps me too, like to bring that element into there. But I want to know who's like your top 3. We got Eminem.
I was thinking that.
Come on.
Well,
And you know what? All of us will do it. Top three rappers.
Top 3 or top 5?
And alive. We're gonna
Let's
say
do 3.
Let's do 3.
Okay.
Top 3, and they gotta be alive. So Tupac and Biggie.
Alive?
Don't give me with that Tupac
Hold
and
on,
Biggie.
no.
That's
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, that's rough, Treasure.
Let's do it. We have.
So
I'm old as hell.
I got it. I got like
I'll go.
We could do 5. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Thank you.
I know.
So number one.
Too much
I am,
pressure.
right?
Too much pressure. But 3 was too much pressure. Go ahead.
Number 1 is
Okay.
Eminem, hands down. Nobody can argue with. For me.
Yes.
Number 2, 50.
Ooh.
That's what I was gonna say.
Number 3, DMX.
Okay.
Oh wait, you said alive, right?
Yeah, it's cool though.
Okay.
We can do that. It's top 5, so dead or alive. Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it.
cool.
Okay, I'm screaming parlay right now.
Back to. All right, so it was DMX. 4, Jay-Z.
Hands down.
And 5, I'm gonna get criticized for it, but I don't care.
Do it.
5 for me, Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd is the truth.
Wow.
Lloyd
And
is
the
fighting.
and see the thing is like, and I got criticized for it just because like, because he wasn't like, into their eyes, he wasn't a top tier. To me, he was. Because
Lloyd was a beast.
Oh man.
Man.
Just every punchline he came out with, I was just like, man, I could think of that.
Yeah.
And so he actually kind of, what I would say, kind of molded the more comedic side with the suave that he does.
Yes.
Where M is more comedic, but can kind of go off the rails a little bit with what he says.
Right.
So I kind of like that combination. And DMX, as a kid growing up, Southside,
All the time.
whether you were in that lifestyle or you weren't in that lifestyle, you just were aggressive because of your environment. And DMX just kind of channeled that for me. Brought that energy out.
I mean, nobody can
Eminem.
argue with He was like of all time kind of type.
Jay-Z with the swagger, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got to get though.
As a runner-up, I gotta say Pun.
For Big Pun. Okay.
Just because he was a big dude.
Bro,
And
I feel like he didn't have enough brand. Look, I ain't even get
Pun was killing it.
Man.
He was killing it.
Pun.
Man, you know how long it took me to memorize that line? That in the middle of little.
Yeah, diddle with the deep cover.
Damn.
Alright, exactly. Murder.
You know that you thought you were cool when you memorized that.
Man.
You went back to school and tried to.
But he don't know
spit it back.
diddly.
But yeah, no, those for me are my top 5.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nina, you next. Don't think y'all gotta wait since y'all put it out there.
Okay, I'm gonna think a little bit outside the box, but you did say 50 Cent.
Okay.
Definitely love him.
We probably all got some of the same with the top 5, so it ain't no
No,
pressure.
I think mine a little different.
You
I
know,
can't wait to hear yours, Stat.
I also gotta say J. Cole because
Yeah.
his story just inspired me. You know, just working and then, like, you know, with him like blowing up, like you know what I'm saying. You gotta work. You gotta work for what you want, and that's just what it is. For the third, you said hip hop artist.
No, whatever you got.
Man.
She's stunned.
See, y'all came with that 5. I told y'all I'll give you that 3.
Right, if it's 3 for you,
You know what? I got you. No.
I was just being greedy, that's all.
Right.
It's all good. Y'all have some really good ones. I want to think outside the box. I gotta say Dr. Dre too. You gotta give a shout out to Dr.
Dre.
Cause Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
All
Most
branches.
definitely. And Snoop Dogg. I like his music too. Definitely.
gotta-
He's been like, man, just seeing how y'all just interview him for the Westmore tour, like that's really dope. The longevity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That man's a legend. That's dope.
That fifth one, that's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
Just give it
those
to
are really
me.
my
Give it
four.
to
You about to say Gocha?
I definitely
okay.
gotta give it out to Gocha Entertainment. I definitely do.
Right,
Ultra
so you got a
definitely.
good top 5. You
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
bang
Let
bang
me
top
hear yours,
5.
Treasur.
You know, I didn't think I could pick.
Oh, mine
That would
easy.
be
I ain't even
cheating.
gonna
That would
hold
be
y'all.
cheating. You know.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all.
Yeah, mine gonna be quick too.
And it's in no specific order, right?
Exactly.
So, Eminem,
Okay.
Kanye West,
Okay.
Jay-Z,
Okay.
Lil Wayne. And my fifth one is hard. Wow, I can't. I just got that caught. I'm gonna put. I might put Drake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, most
Okay.
definitely.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yep.
he came in and just been taking.
Drake.
in.
People want to hate him so bad, but it's
He's
Drake.
got that Midas touch.
Yeah. What you got, Dre?
Oh,
Because we gotta close up. They told us to close up,
mine
so
quick. And like I said, in no specific order, like Treasur just
Right,
said, you know what I
too
mean.
hard.
And basically, mine is more culture based, and you know, longevity and versatility. So I'm gonna say Busta Rhymes.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean. Busta Rhymes definitely is one.
Yep.
Most Def,
Okay.
Yes.
J. Cole.
Yes.
You know what I mean. And I'm not gonna repeat, like you said, I got Kanye.
Ooh,
Okay.
got to.
Definitely, you know what I mean. Did a lot for this culture lyrically and just so much. And my fifth one, it was a toss up. I went back and forth with it. You know, I'm gonna go with. I gotta get the LL.
Ooh, Uncle
You know what I
Ed.
mean? LL Cool J. So
Yep. And
You know-
you know what? Naming these top 5, it's like you see where everybody taste is. Like that's
You
always
said
like
live.
an interesting conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you were gonna say something, Vert?
Yeah, when he was gonna say his top 5, I thought he was like Thailand.
my man.
But look,
was like,
listen.
wait, what?
Oh Lord.
Next time we here and we do top 5, we're gonna make sure verbal abuse is in that top 5 because we definitely gonna be
Yes,
listening
I
to your
appreciate
music.
that.
We are
Yeah.
going to be in tune with you. That's why you're here because you on the grind. Tell them who you kicking it with real quick.
Urban Grind. I'm here with Treasur.
That's right.
I feel bad because I just forgot.
Nina
your name. I'm sorry.
Love.
Nina Love. Ooh.
Don't worry. Hey,
That's
look.
okay, though.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay,
get to
sorry.
learn to love.
No problem.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's right, Nina.
And you with Stacks, and this is Urban Grind TV, y'all.
Verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse.
This is Verbal Abuse, and you're listening to Urban Grind Radio.